Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the first day afternoon session of the CSTTP Phase 3 on blockchain and its application, recent advancement in blockchain. The speaker of the session is Dr. Hemant. He obtained his PhD from Jagannath University, Rajasthan, and M.Tech CSC from Rajasthan Technical University. Presently, he is working in Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology, Patiala, Punjab. He also worked as a postdoc researcher in computer science and engineering at National Keng Kon University in Taiwan. He is having approximately 15 years of experience both teaching and industry. His research interests include big data analytics, data mining, and machine learning. He conducted many workshops, FDPs, on big data analytics and at different colleges of India. Dr. Hemant also delivered as a guest speaker in colleges and universities of India. Dr. Hemant has published many research papers on big data and machine learning in international journals and conferences. On behalf of the Management and Department of Information Technology, I specially thank Dr. Hemant for accepting our invitation and to share his knowledge on and thoughts on the topic. I am sure all the participants will feel enriched with knowledge after the completion of the session. I welcome you all once again for the session and hope that you'll all be benefited. Thank you all. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much to all of you. First of all, I want to say thanks to the management of KCG College, Chennai, for giving me the opportunity for delivering a lecture on blockchain and its application. And I am very much thankful to you also, all the colleagues, all my friends. We are working in the KCG College for giving me an opportunity. And so thanks once again. So we will start now. So first of all, I want to share the screen. Yeah, this is the our topic of discussion today. Please hold on. Please hold on. Please wait. So today the topic is, yeah, is it visible my screen? First of all, I want to ask you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
It's
okay.
visible.
Thank you. So first of all, please hold on. Please hold on. कौन है? आप उनको बुला ले अंदर. Please hold on, please. भैया आ जाओ अंदर आ जाओ. मेरी क्लास स्टार्ट हो चुकी है, लेट है. चलो आप ले लीजिए, है ना? Yes, please. So blockchain and its applications, right? So recent advancement in blockchain. So we will discuss today what is the blockchain fundamentals, how it works, what are the key terms of blockchain, and what are the recent advancement in blockchain. Right. So number one, blockchain has many meanings. So if we define blockchain, so there are many meanings of it, or there are many definitions of it, blockchain. So first of all, the very simplest and easiest definition is,
Sir, please can you put a slideshow, sir?
okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah. So blockchain has many meanings. So to understand the power of blockchain systems and the things they can do, it is important to distinguish between three things, because there are three things we should know, and that are the commonly muddled up, namely the Bitcoin currency, the specific blockchain that underpins it, and the idea of blockchain in general. So please listen carefully. Bitcoin is not a blockchain. Bitcoin is a technology which use the blockchain technology, right? Blockchain is a data structure, a blockchain is a framework, and Bitcoin is a technology which uses the blockchain. So there are many other data we can use by blockchain. So blockchain has the three things that are commonly muddled up, namely the Bitcoin currency, the specific blockchain that underpins it, and the idea of blockchain in general. So before starting, I want to I want to show the one video, right? So that you can understand what is blockchain has and what is the meaning of blockchain. So please listen carefully and watch this carefully. Please hold on. Yeah, is it visible my screen?
Sir, your PPT is visible, sir, but
Okay, hold on.
Many people think of blockchain as the technology that powers Bitcoin.
Now is it visible? I think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Please give it 5 minutes only, and you will learn
Many
what is a
people think
blockchain.
of blockchain as the technology that powers Bitcoin. While this was its original purpose, blockchain is capable of so much more. Despite the sound of the word, there's not just one blockchain. Blockchain is shorthand for a whole suite of distributed ledger technologies that can be programmed to record and track anything of value, from financial transactions to medical records or even land titles. You might be thinking, we already have processes in place to track data. What's so special about blockchain? Let's break down the reasons why blockchain technology stands to revolutionize the way we interact with each other. Reason number 1, the way it tracks and stores data. Blockchain stores information in batches called blocks that are linked together in a chronological fashion to form a continuous line, metaphorically, a chain of blocks. If you make a change to the information recorded in a particular block, you don't rewrite it. Instead, the change is stored in a new block, showing that X changed to Y at a particular date and time. Sound familiar? That's because blockchain is based on the centuries-old method of the general financial ledger. It's a non-destructive way to track data changes over time. Here's one example. Let's say there was a dispute between Anne and her brother Steve over who owns a piece of land that's been in the family for years. Because blockchain technology uses the ledger method, there is an entry in the ledger showing that Adam first owned the property in 1900. When Adam sold the property to Dave in 1930, a new entry was made in the ledger, and so on. Every change of ownership of this property is represented by a new entry in the ledger, right up until Anne bought it from their father in 2007. Anne is the current owner, and we can see that history in the ledger. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Unlike the age-old ledger method, originally a book, then a database file stored on a single system, blockchain was designed to be decentralized and distributed across a large network of computers. This decentralizing of information reduces the ability for data tampering and brings us to the second factor that makes blockchain unique. It creates trust in the data. Before a block can be added to the chain, a few things have to happen. First, a cryptographic puzzle must be solved, thus creating the block. The computer that solves the puzzle shares the solution to all of the other computers on the network. This is called proof of work. The network will then verify this proof of work, and if correct, the block will be added to the chain. The combination of these complex math puzzles and verification by many computers ensures that we can trust each and every block on the chain. Because the network does the trust building for us, we now have the opportunity to interact directly with our data in real time. And that brings us to the third reason blockchain technology is such a game changer. No more intermediaries. Currently, when doing business with one another, we don't show the other person our financial or business records. Instead, we rely on trusted intermediaries, such as a bank or lawyer, to view our records and keep that information confidential. These intermediaries build trust between the parties and are able to verify, for example, that, yes, Anne is the rightful owner of this land. This approach limits exposure and risk, but also adds another step to the exchange, which means more time and money spent. If Anne's land title information was stored in a blockchain, she could cut out the middleman, her lawyer, who would ordinarily confirm her information with Steve. As we now know, all blocks added to the chain have been verified to be true and can't be tampered with, so Anne can simply show Steve her land title information secured on the blockchain. Anne would save considerable time and money by cutting out the middleman. This type of trusted peer-to-peer interaction with our data can revolutionize the way we access, verify, and transact with one another. And because blockchain is a type of technology and not a single network, it can be implemented in many different ways. Some blockchains can be completely public and open to everyone to view and access. Others can be closed to a select group of authorized users, such as your company, a group of banks, or government agencies. And there are hybrid public-private blockchains too. In some, those with private access can see all the data, while the public can see only selections. In others, everyone can see all the data, but only some people have access to add new data. A government, for example, could use a hybrid system to record the boundaries of Anne's property and the fact that she owns it while keeping her personal information private. Or it could allow everyone to view property records, but reserve to itself the exclusive right to update them. It is the combination of all these factors, decentralizing of the data, building trust in the data, and allowing us to interact directly with one another and the data, that gives blockchain technology the potential to underpin many of the ways we interact with one another. But much like the rise of the internet, this technology will bring with it all kinds of complex policy questions around governance, international law, security, and economics. Here at the Center for International Governance Innovation, we seek to bring trusted research that will equip policymakers with the information they need to advance blockchain innovations, enabling economies to flourish in this new digital economy. Learn more about our work on blockchain technology by visiting our website and social media channels.
So this was the simple video of blockchain technology. See what is blockchain and how we can use the blockchain technique in our daily uses or in the society. Now we will move further from our PPT. So blockchain has many meanings. So we have already discussed by YouTube channel, YouTube video. Now we will discuss. So blockchain has many meaning means, like in the earlier days, we will use a phone. We was used to phone for interaction between the two parties. So phone is a dedicated network. Phone is dedicated network. So if I want to communicate with you, so there is a peer-to-peer connection, right? But peer-to-peer connection means the phone has go to the phone exchange. It will then again it will go to the another exchange. So the our information has been travel from the source to destination. So in the case of blockchain, the idea of blockchain is same thing. In a blockchain, so what is a block? In a block, we will kept a information. We will kept a data which should be communicated to all of the people. And what is chain? Chain means a nodes, chaining of nodes, or chaining of different computers, so chaining of different peoples around the world. So every person or every network or every computer will listen or will watch your data, but they will not tamper, they will not alter, they will not change your data. So this is the meaning of a blockchain. So the specific blockchain that underlies Bitcoin or another coin offering. Right. So this is the very basic technology, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a very vastly used technology across the world, which uses the blockchain technology. So Bitcoin and another cryptocurrency is also used in the blockchain meaning. So now what is the blockchain? So simple terms, a blockchain is a data structure that makes it possible to create a digital ledger of transactions and share it among a distributed network of computers. So there are two things, two technical terms are there. Digital ledger. Ledger is a manual ledger, or ledger is a digital ledger. So in our daily life, we are encountered in a manual ledger. So you have to deposit the sum. If some student is given the fees, you will mention the fees and the record and kept in your manual ledger. But if you want to kept this information on a computer side, so that will be the ledger, the digital ledger. So a blockchain is a data structure that makes it possible to create a digital ledger of a transactions and share it among the distributed network of computers. So there are many computers around the world. So all the information will be shared among these types of the network of the computers. So it uses cryptography to allow each participants on the network to manipulate the ledger in a secure way without the need of a central authority. Now, what is the meaning of central authority? So we are already familiar with the banks. So if you want to deposit your money, so you will go to the bank and you deposit the money. And if you want to transfer some money from person A to person B, so you need again a use of the some bank authority or some Paytm or money or Phone Pay or the Google Pay authority or the UPI authorities. So these are the central authorities which assure you that a person wants to share or A wants to send the money to B account. So banks or the Paytm or the money or a Phone Pay or the Google Pay is the central authority by which we can trust on this one, and our money will be transferred from a person A to person B. But in the case of blockchain, the middleman or the central authority has been missed out. So we will directly send our money from A to from B. So this is how we can do this, by using some cryptography. Now, what is a cryptography? Cryptography means to encrypt some message in a some language that nobody can read it. Like suppose if I want to say hello in a cryptography method, so hello will be changed in some another language or in another words, so that it can be encrypted and it cannot be read by anyone. So cryptography is a technique. So whenever you want to send some information or data or the currency, so it should be encrypted in a such a way so that nobody can listen, nobody can use, nobody can change your data. So once a block of data is recorded on the blockchain ledger, it is extremely difficult to change or remove. That's why blockchain is a very, very fast and a very useful technology across the world right now. Because once you record your data, record means once you write your data, once you update your data, then nobody can change your data across the world, because it has some technique by which your ledger, the digital ledger is secure. How it will become secure, we will discuss today, right? So when someone wants to add it or someone wants to add some information on a new block, so participants in the network, all of which have copies of the existing blockchain, run algorithms to evaluate and verify the proposed transaction. Now suppose if I want to add my block in my blockchain technology, so once I have written or once I have updated my block and want to add it to in the blockchain technology, so my block will be evaluated by all the remaining computers, all the remaining nodes of the network. They will run a algorithm, consensus algorithm. That the algorithm is called as the consensus algorithm. Now they will mutually agreement that this block is authenticate or not. If my block is authenticate, how we can do this? Proof of work is another algorithm by which we can say that my block is evaluated and validated by all of the parties involved in the network. Then after only my block has been or can be created or can be added to the blockchain technology, right? So if a majority of nodes agree that the transaction looks valid or validated, that is identifying the information matches the blockchain history, then the new transaction will be approved and a new block added to the chain. So this is the simple way the blockchain technology can do the things. So this is the most secure and technology by which our blockchain technology has been used across the world. Now, this is the simple diagram. So there are three blocks. So we will read it out. First of all, left corner or left portion of the diagram, that is a current blockchain. If I suppose there are three transactions, transaction 999, 998, 997, and reference to previous block. So before to this block, this is the data in which the number one block is created. Now, previous to this block, there is another transactions are running, that is the 996, 995, and 994. And prior to this, 993, 992, 991 blocks has been created. So there are three blocks and be created. Now, if I want to add new block, so middle of the diagram is the bundle recent transaction into a block. So whatever you want to write in your block or whatever you want to keep kept your data on the information on the block side, you have to all the transactions on the block side, and you should refer to the previous block. So which is a chain which becomes the chain of the new block. After verifying the block using the cryptography and the computing power, now it will be validated. It will be approved by all the nodes or all the parties involved in the network. Then after, add to the chain and distribute block over the network. Then after, your block has been distributed among the network. So what is the updated chain? So transaction is 1002, 1001, 1000. So this transaction or this block has been created and added to the previously blockchain technology. So this is the way how we can add our new block in our blockchain. So this is the another example how we can use the blockchain technology. So embedding distributed ledger technology. So a distributed ledger is a network that records ownership through a shared registry. So centralized and the distributed ledger. So centralized ledger is the example of the bank authority. So we will rely on the only some one point of or the manager of the bank, that is the called as the bank. So if I want to send the money, so we will should trust on the bank authority only. So this is the centralized ledger. We all the peoples will trust on the banks only authority, right? So this is the clearing house, and this is the example of the banking or centralized ledger. But in the case of distributed ledger, there is a cutting of middleman or central authority by which we can trust on each other by means of a ledger, that's a digital ledger. So in contrast to today networks, distributed ledgers eliminate the need of a central authorities to certify ownership and clear the transactions. They can be open, verifying anonymous actors in the network, or they can be closed or require actors in the network to be already identified. The best known existing use of the distributed ledger is the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is a very widely used technology on the Bitcoin on the blockchain technology. So what is the basics, how we can create our identity on the blockchain technology? So we should know that what is cryptography, how is the cryptography has been changed our life. So we will first of all discuss. So basics of tokenization means, suppose a person, which is the name of the username, social security number plus date of birth, right? And serial number and manufacturer public key. So these are the some items by which we can understand one user. So if he or she wants to create a secure identity for everything, so what he or she will do, she will combine this information on a cryptographic one-way hash. So all this information of the user will be encrypted in a single hash. Single hash means a message digest. Now what is the meaning of message digest? Suppose if I want to write something, or if I want to send something on the network, so my original message should be encrypted in a such a way so that nobody can read it, nobody can update it, nobody can tamper it. Along with it, the associated hash function will be generated by the function or by the system. So the hash function is a blueprint of the my original message. So once if I want to update, or if someone wants to update the information which I want to pass to someone else, so he should know my hash function, and he should also temper the hash function. If I want to add, if I want to modify my original message, so corresponding also hash function will be deleted, or hash function will also be changed or updated. So every message has its own or unique message digest or hash function. So a user, if I want to, this example, a user wants to create a social security or the secure identify everything. So he or she will do, or he will create the hash function using the message digest, or there are some more algorithms are available in the cryptographic, like MD5, MD12, and the SHA1, SHA128, SHA256, SHA 512. So what is the meaning of SHA? It is the name of the secure hash algorithm. And 128, 256, and 512 is the key length or the key size. So basically there are three types of the algorithms. So message digest and the SHA algorithms are used for creating the hashing. So by this example, we should know that every message or every information has a unique message digest. If someone wants to change the message, so corresponding message digest will also be changed, right? Now, serial number, manufactured public keys, all these keys are used a one-way hash. So after one-way hash, so you created a digest or message digest. Now this is the simple way by how we can send our message to everybody or everyone, right? So basic ownership introduce a ledger. What is the meaning of a ledger? So a digest, public key. No, there are two types of the keys involved in a message digest or any algorithm that is a asymmetric type of nature. So there are two types of the algorithms are available in our cryptography. Number one is symmetric algorithms, and number second is a asymmetric algorithm. So symmetric algorithm means which uses only single common key for encryption and decryption, right? But in the case of asymmetric algorithms, there are two different keys. One is the private key and one is the public key. So private key is kept private with the users, and public key is common among all the other peoples. So there are two types of the keys. So once you created your message digest using private key, now you can use the public key and send this message digest, which is encrypted with user only private key. So we can use your ledger by this public key. Now, blockchain overview. So what is the cryptographical authentic means? It uses tried to true public private signature technology. Blockchain applies this technology to create transactions that are impervious to fraud and establish a shared truth. Number second, shared. Blockchain's values are directly linked to the number of organizations or companies that participate in them. There is a huge value for even the faircast or fairest of the competitors to participate with each other in this shared database implementation. So Ledger, the database is a read-write once database, so that it is only immutable records of every transaction that occurs. Once you write your data, you cannot change it, right? Because that data has been already written on the block, and it will never be changed. If someone wants to change it, so their corresponding or the associated hash function should also be modified. So once hash function is modified, so all the other peoples, all the other networks of the computers will know that this is an invalid block, so we will not rely on this data, so it will be simply discarded. Now, the distributed, there are many replicas of the blockchain database. In fact, the more replicas there are, the more authentic it becomes. Now, what is blockchain? So a blockchain is a technology that permits transactions to be gathered into blocks and recorded. So if you want to record some transactions, so we will put together as a block. Block is a means a combination of transactions, right? So permits transactions to be gathered into blocks and recorded. A technology that allows the resulting ledger to be accessed by different server. So your transaction or your blocks can be accessed by many people, so many servers or many block or many nodes across the network. So it is a technology that cryptographically changes blocks in chronological order, right? Now the history of Bitcoin. So what is the meaning of Bitcoin? This is a simple definition of blockchain. Blockchain is some technology. Now Bitcoin is another different technology that relies on the blockchain technology. So the history of Bitcoin means a cryptocurrency, right? So in 2008, the idea was published under the Satoshi Nakamoto. So this was I think this was the father of the our Bitcoin, but there are so many types of the arguments on this world. So Satoshi Nakamoto has launched, or Satoshi Nakamoto has launched the concept of Bitcoin in 2008, and after 2009, start of the Bitcoin network across the world. In 2010, first cryptocurrency stock exchange is launched, and 2011, one Bitcoin equals one USD. In 2001 only, one Bitcoin uses only one USD. And in the 2013, one Bitcoin equals to 100 USD. 2014, Microsoft accepts the Bitcoins. 2017, one Bitcoin equals to 10,000 USD. So one Bitcoin is equals to 10,000 USD now. So this is a huge amount of the Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin and the blockchain, please don't confuse with the Bitcoin and the blockchain. So Bitcoin is an application of blockchain technology. It is not a blockchain. It is an application of blockchain technology, whereas a blockchain is the underlying data structure, which can be used for many things, including cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin also. Now, what is blockchain? A blockchain is a growing list of data blocks that are linked together. So there are, I given this example by which there are three datas available. So data means your information. If you want to change, if you want to exchange your information, so that information will be kept in under the data block, and the block is referenced by some reference number. That reference is called as the hash function, right? So one block is referenced by one reference number. So this is linked to different types of the blocks, and the chain is created. That why it is called as the blockchain. Now, Bitcoin ecosystem means a public network in which anyone, including a malicious participant or hacker, can participate without restriction. Hacker also can participate without restriction, but he or she will never change your data. Why? Because if he or she wants to change your data, so he or she tries to change many computers at the same time. So it is very difficult to update or change many computers data at a single time. So that's why it is secure, more secure. Even though it is not organized by a central authority, it works, right? So it is not organized by a central authority, but it works. Now, Bitcoin ecosystems, if we want to more participants, it will become more secure. Increase Bitcoin value, more participant also there. Now, cutting the middleman. Middleman means central authority by like the banks in the case of the transaction of the money from A account to B account, Paytm, Google Pay, or the Phone Pay, right? So we will cutting the middleman. So we can directly transfer one amount to the another, one person to another person. So for example, direct transfer of Bitcoins. So building consensus means if I want to change, if I want to add some block, so we should building a consensus theorem, or we will building a consensus algorithms. This consensus algorithm is mutually agreement between all the users, all the nodes of the that network. So at least 51% of the that users of the network will allow us or validate our block. Then after it will validate it by their network and it will be added. So consensus means after a finite time, all the participants agree on a single state, right? So for example, on who owns how many Bitcoins. Now, how we can create witnessness? If someone or something is published on a public blockchain, all the participants become witness. This is issue. This is used by, for example, by origin stamp to create a secure timestamp for the documents, right? Now, what are the key features? So it is write only, immutable. Immutable means if you have write something, so it will be permanent in nature. You cannot change it. If you want to change it, so their corresponding hash function should also be changed, and after that all the chains of that block will also be changed. So it is write only, immutable. Transparent data storage, so it is transparently. And decentralized means we will not we are cutting the middleman or bank authority. So there is no central tendency, there is no centralized, no need of for intermediaries. Consistent state across all the participants. Your data is consistent, your data integrity is maintained in the complete network. Resistance against malicious participants. Your data is resistant against the hackers, malicious participants, and is open to everyone. So what are the challenges? Challenges of Bitcoin or blockchain as the energy consumptions, because you need to some hardware, a high-end hardware for running the consensus theorem or become a miner of this blockchain technology. So you need to buy or you need to capture a high-end servers and a high-end machines, hardware machines. So it will also consume some energy. Scalability is the issue. Money laundering, personal responsibility is the miner's responsibility to validate your data. It's a miner's responsibility to validate your information. So this is the personal responsibility of the miners. So what is the cryptographically authentic shared distributed ledger? So now we will discuss this distributed ledger. So this is the block of example. Now we want to transfer it or we want to share it among the various nodes, so it will now comes the blockchain ledger. Now, what are the smart contracts? Smart contracts by which we can use our ledger, digital ledger. So suppose if I want to send something, so honor PK code, altcoin, these are the some technical terms which will be discussed right now. Transactions. So if I want to make a payment from to someone else, right? So all this information will be cryptographically encrypted, that by the one-way hash or the SHA algorithm. That hash will be, along with this information, will be sent or will be shared across the globe or across the blockchain networks, so that our information should be secure. So what is distributed ledger? So before that, we should know the difference between centralized and the distributed ledger. So centralized ledger means client A, client B, client C, client C. So all we are rely on, or we are all depend on the our bank authority or in a intermediary person or intermediary authority, right? So there are multiple ledgers, but banks hold the golden records. Client B must reconcile its own ledger against that of the bank, and much convenience bank of the true state of the bank ledger if discrepancy arises. But in the case of distributed, so there are 5 persons: node A, node B, node C, node D, or node E. There are 5 computers or nodes, we can say. So there is only one ledger which is shared across all the nodes. So all nodes have some level of access to that ledger. All nodes agree to a protocol that determines that the true state of this ledger at any point in time. So if I want to write something, so that message should be validated by among all the rest of the peoples or rest of the nodes. After validated my information, that information will be shared by rest of the nodes. So that is why the true state of the ledger at any point in time. The application of this protocol is sometimes called achieving consensus. Achieving consensus means to mutually agreement. Now, what is distributed ledger? So this is the single entities. So node A, node B, node C, node D, and these are the multiple entities. So we can use also multiple entities in our distributed ledger manner. So how might a distributed ledger works? So number one, a user initiate transactions using their digital signature, right? Digital signature is nothing but it is a combination of your data with your message digest and your signature also. So digital signature means users initiate transactions using their digital signature. Once they have initiate digital signature, users broadcast their transactions to nodes. Nodes means different computers on the network or different users, we can also say. The users broadcast their transactions to rest of the network. Now, one or more nodes begin validating each. So once you have shared your information to the network, so that data should be validated by rest of the networks. So how we can do this? How the nodes validate your data? Using a consensus algorithm. So they will run the consensus algorithm on their own site on their different computers, and they will reach a mutual agreement that now it's validated or not validated. So one or more nodes begin validating your data. Nodes aggregate validated transactions into blocks. After the blocks, nodes broadcast blocks to each other. So once you have validated your data, now nodes broadcast your blocks to the each other. So they have consensus protocol used, consensus algorithm has been used there, and then block reflecting true states is changed to the prior block. Once your block is reflecting true state, means they all have agreement, they have all are mutually agreement that this block is validated. So they will reflecting true state, and that block is changed to the prior block. Now, where might blockchain use cryptography? So initialization and broadcasting of transactions. So digital signature are used, public and private keys are used for creating the message digest or for creating the hash functions. Validation of transaction, how we can validate our transactions? There is another algorithm we use, proof of work. Proof of work has been a technical term. by which our work has been proved by the all the remaining nodes, right? And chaining blocks, how we can use the block our how we can chain our blocks using some hash function. Now the power of distributed ledger, it can be used without a central authority by individuals or entities with no basis to trust each other. It can be used to create values or issues assets. It can be used to transfer values or the ownership of the assets. A human being or a smart contract can initiate the transfer. It can also be used to record these transfers of values or ownership of assets. So you can also transfer some currency, some value, or some assets. Assets means like a gold. Some assets mean like a land of land paper or documents. Your degree, all your assets can be shared among the different users using a blockchain technology. So it can be used to allow owners of assets to exercise certain rights associated with ownership and to record the exercise of those rights. Right. So degree of the trust between the users determine the technological configuration of distributed ledger. Now, what are the blockchain terms? What exactly is blockchain technology? Must know blockchain terms. What are the smart contracts, blockchain digital transformation, and how blockchain will change our world? We will discuss now. So, what is blockchain? Simple terms, or it is an open distributed ledger that can be record transactions between two parties efficiently and in a verifiable and permanent way. This is the definition from the Wikipedia. So this is blockchain is a open, blockchain is a distributed, blockchain is a ledger. That means ledger means digital ledger. P2P means peer-to-peer connection between the two nodes. And permanent means it is permanent in nature. We cannot change that information once you write the block. Now, what is blockchain? Blockchain is a concept which at its core has ability to create, its process, store and manage the data efficiently. Distributed ledger, what is the meaning of distributed ledger? Multiple entries across different systems. So distributed records means across the various machines, hence the name. Records changed on one system will be easily identified and correct. Concession mechanism, how we can add our block. So any update that has to be made on a record must have a consensus of all the machines in the network for it to be updated. So once you have written or once you have write or once you update your data, so it should be validated by all other the or rest of the our users. The changes cannot be made by anyone of the record holder, but has to be done based on the some consensus, right? Once you have created, once you have updated your data, so that data should be validated by all the parties. So decentralized storage that helps in creating an incredible trail of transactions, which makes the system transparent, which makes the system shared, secured, and watertight. The ownership of data is distributed among various systems and users. Now understand blockchain. So let's suppose Tapish. Tapish is the name of the person. So Tapish has created a block one. The data is Tapish. The hash function has of the that information is AB12, and the previous hash is the 0000. So 00 is the starting point. So this is number one, our block one. Now if I want to add some more block, so block 2 has also has some data is the same Tapish, but the hash function is changed as the CD34 and the previous hash is the AB12. So by this one, we can say that these blocks are created and chained by one another or referenced by one another. So we have to store previous hash also for reference our previous record also, right? So blockchain will not allow random changes in data as the hash of a changed block change with the change h. So if I want to change middle of the block like the block 2, so if I want to change Tapish as a TAPI S double H, so I want to update the double H in the block. So similarly, the corresponding hash function should also be changed here, right? So once you have changed your hash function, so then after also block 3 has also be changed. So we will know that Tapish in the block 2 has been changed by someone. So we will not try on this. So that block has been discarded by the system, or we will simply eliminated that block, right? So this is the blockchain technology technique, how it will works. Now, how does a blockchain works? Step by step view. So this is a simple way how a blockchain works. Number one, a user request for a transaction. Suppose if I want to do, or if I want to create a block, so if I want to request for a transaction, a block representing the transaction is created. Whatever you want to share, whatever you want to create my block, that data will be created in our block. The block representing the transaction is created. After creating the block is broadcasted to all the nodes of the network. Already there is a network available. So once you created your block, it will be broadcasted. So number fourth stage, all the nodes validate the block and the transaction. So all the blocks of the network will validate your block, which you want to create it, which you want to edit. So after the consensus theorem, running on the different types of the users, they will mutually agreement whether your data is secure or your data is validated or not. Once your data is validated, the block is added to the chain and the transaction gets verified and executed by all of the parties. So this is the simple way how a blockchain works. Now, remarkable benefits of blockchain technologies. What are the benefits of blockchain technology? Number one, faster settlement. The way faster than the manual process of validation, right? Number second, immutable. The transactions cannot be undone if they are already on the blockchain. You cannot undo your transaction. Number third, increase network capacity, much more capable than the traditional network. Number four, it is shared and distributed. Blockchain technology offers a shared and distributed ledger that is open for all the users. It is more secure, much safer than the traditional methods, and decentralized, not dependable on servers based technology, and no one based authority over the system. So these are the key features. These are the benefits of blockchain technology. So there are two types of blockchain networks. Number one, public, and then number second is a private, and number third is the hybrid type of the public and the plus private blockchain network, which government has used. Now, public network means, or public blockchain means, the public blockchain means it is a permissionless. So we cannot give it the permission. It is a permissionless. An open network system where all the devices can freely access without any kind of permissions. The ledger is shared and transparent among all the users. But in the case of private organizations, but in the case of private companies, they will use only private networks among their all the employees. So private blockchain means permissions. A user has to be permitted by the blockchain authority. Blockchain authority means a company or a authority or a university, whatever. So authority, before he or she could access the network. The user might join only if he or she gets an invitation. So private network is used only by the some organizations, some companies, some MNC companies, whereas public blockchain is used by all the users. And hybrid is used by the government side, that is a mixture of public and the private. So centralized, decentralized, and distributed network. An overview. So centralized means we should trust on a central party, on a one key party, that is a like the bank manager or the bank or the RBI or the which you want to whatever you have deposited the bank, that is bank name of the bank, right? In the decentralized network, no single authorities server controls the nodes. They all are individual entities. But in the case of distributed network, every node is independent and interconnected with each other. Now, we should know the terms of blockchain, right? The number one is airdrop. So what is the meaning of airdrop? Airdrop is a process of distributed free cryptocurrency coins to the general public. Altcoin is any cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency that came into existence in 2009 by Satoshi Nakamoto. It is a digital currency that does not require a centralized authority like bank to work or function. DAO. DAO stands for the Decentralized Autonomous Organization. DApp means stands for decentralized applications that run without the control of a central authority. ERC20. ERC20 is a technical standard for issuing tokens or Ethereum blockchain. So Ethereum blockchain is a technique by which we can add our data, right? So Ether is a fuel that powers distributed Ethereum network. Fiat is a government controlled currency and is declared as a laser tender. ICO stands for initial coin offering that is used by startups to raise funds by selling tokens. Mainnet is a working blockchain products that also provide the ability to transfer digital currencies between users in a blockchain environment. So these are some blockchain terms, and some more terms are there. 51% attack means 51% attack is a common vulnerability with blockchain technology. It can be exploited by a group of miners who mine the algorithm, who mine the your currency, who mine the blockchain. If they control 51% of the hash rate of the whole network, so this is a very impossible for all of the hackers. Utility token is token that has a utility attached to it. They are used for assessing a product or a service. DYOR stands for do your own research. FOMO stands for fear of missing out. And FUD means for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So these are some basically blockchain terms. Now, what are the smart contracts? So smart contracts are simply a contract is created between the two parties by which we can share our information, by which we can share our currency. So a contract is created between the two parties. That contract is called as a smart contracts. So both parties remain anonymous to each other. The contract is stored on a public ledger using a blockchain technology. Some triggering events are set, that is a deadlines. The contract self-executes as per written codes. And number third is the regulators and users can analyze all the activities associated with that smart contracts. It predicts market uncertainties and trends also. How do smart contract works? So number one, user has created the smart contracts. So it matchmaking of seller and the buyer. He has given the transactions, receiving assets and asset distribution to another party. So it should be registered. It should be automated settlement of contracts. So no third party needs. Now, what are the advantages of smart contracts? So total transparency means transparency is achievable by smart contracts. No miscommunication, efficient performance, no paperwork, backup, trustworthy, guaranteed outcomes. So these are some advantages of benefits of smart contracts. Now, disadvantage of smart contracts are confidentiality. There is some error, rogue contracts. So whereas most technologies tends to automated workers on the periphery doing manual tasks, blockchain automated away the center. Instead of putting the taxi driver out of a job, blockchain puts Uber out of a job and lets the taxi drivers works with the customer directly. So in this way, there is a confidentiality issue, there is an error, there is a rogue contracts between Uber driver and the customer directly. So smart contract use cases. What are the use cases of smart contracts? Number one, record storing, trading activities, supply chain management, mortgage, real estate markets, employment arrangements, HR also, copyright protection. If you want to copyright some patents, if you want to copyright some legal documents, you can also use the smart contracts. Healthcare system, government voting, insurance claims, Internet of Things. These are some examples. But right now, in a society, in every field, smart contracts and the blockchain technology has been used by government also. And we can say that by 2025, we will be in the future in the blockchain technology. So is the blockchain overhyped? The truth is no. Online database will replace your daily newspaper, right? If you want to read your online database, but it will never replace your daily newspaper. No CD-ROM can take the place of competent teacher. So teacher is more important than the CD-ROM or the right on the books. And no computer networks will change the way government works. So government works will depend on the also the workers. So these are our expectation, disappointment, and production. We are here, so we should know how we can produce our results. Now, 9 verticals of blockchain transformation. Right. So these are the most important verticals of blockchain transformation. Number 1, technology. Number 2 is the media, social media, in all the media, law and crime, transportation system, government services, human rights, in the finance, contracts, entertainments. So these are some different types of the technology. These are some different types of the industries where this blockchain transformation has been changed or had been used. So these are simple example. So there are so many types of the industries involved or which uses the blockchain technology. Now, 2017 and 18, leading sectors also use the blockchain technology. These are the supply chain management, fintech, in the retail sector, shipping sector, mining sector, healthcare sector, and also in the insurance sector also use the Bitcoin or the blockchain technology. Because by blockchain, we can share anything, not only cryptocurrency, we can share our documents also in a secure way. So remember, this is the decentralized internet. No central authority is there. Data flow is there. New business models and dApps as used. So before and after, before internet, we should depend on our central server. But in the case of the decentralized internet, so there is no central server is needed. So this is the Web 3.0 ecosystem is used. Social networks, exchange services, messaging, storage services, insurance and the banking, streaming services, remote jobs, browsers. So every user or every network has own network or on web. Now the bonus number 1, blockchain with a database. So some persons are saying that blockchain and the database are the same. No, there are many differences between the database and the blockchain. So number 1, blockchain and a database, a comparison between blockchain and database. In the case of blockchain, no one has the central authority, but in the case of the database, selected group of individuals have authority control. Number second, the difference is that in the case of blockchain, modifying the data or assets is nearly impossible. But in the case of database, data or assets can be easily changed by some person or the administration of the data. That is called as DBA. In the case of blockchain, all the data or activities is out in the open for everyone to see. But in the case of database, all the data or transactions are hidden from each other, right? In the case of blockchain, it cuts down the excessive costing. But in the case of database, implementing process is very, very costly. In the case of blockchain, blockchains are slow. But in the case of databases are comparatively faster. Why comparatively faster? Because it's run on the single computer, on a single server, and on a single company or a single authority, right? But blockchain is used by the many computers, so it is slow. Suited for any organizations where users don't trust each other, blockchain has been used. But in the case of database, suited for an organization where there is a mutual trust, right? So what are the blockchain databases? Integrity, right access, cost, and the trust are the some basically difference between these two terms. So different types of tokens are available: currency tokens, assets tokens, utility tokens, and equity tokens. So what is currency token? Means used as a currency on the network, such as a Bitcoin or the Nano, right? If you want to transfer some Bitcoin, you can use the Bitcoin. Nano is another term. Assets token, these permanent, particular, or physical products of assets, such as digital DO gold or some assets values. Utilities tokens used for performing any kind of activities on the network, such as the ETH, Ethereum. And equity tokens, these tokens gives voting rights or a share of the network, such as the LSK, LISK. Now, these are the simple PPT on the what is blockchain, what are the key terms, how it works, what are the digital ledger, what is the smart contracts. Now we will discuss the applications of blockchain. So number 1, application of blockchain in marketing. What are the applications of blockchain? So we will use blockchain in the advertising. How we can use it? So it is delivering an engagement verification. Opaqueness on whether and how many of audience actually saw the ads and for how long led to issues related to payments. So if we will use blockchain technology by use this one. So blockchain can also resellers to label their inventory as a limited with public blockchain, right? So all the shopkeepers, all the companies has show their inventory to across all the networks. So this is the possible through decentralization and identifier tagging aspects of blockchain technology. Partners incentive management, because we have we in all the companies there are some partners involved, right? So for partner incentive management, blockchain technology also has been used to ascertain the attribution and its magnitude. In order to incentive the partners and vendors, a marketer requires data on the performance of the advertisement. This level of data is hardly available, and even if it can be waved together, requires expensive efforts and time with limited assurance of accuracy. So, blockchain, with the help of its identifiers, that is a block added with every piece of data for every change made, creating a chain of blocks, helps in creating a trail of events which can be easily tracked for each source and the each destination. So how it will be used in the consumer engagement? So there are loyalty program management. So poor integration of reward programs, inflexible reward structure, and lack of visibility of the transactions for the company as well. The customers cost companies dearly. So blockchain, with the help of its identifiers, block added with every piece of data, helps in creating a trail of each transaction and event, which can be easily tracked for each source and destination. And in the case of customer experiences, customer reach out, engagement, relationship, and bonding are some of the areas which have a strong need of record keeping of customers' data, which is not just collected and stored in a secure location, but it can also be processed and managed to create real time insights. So, blockchain, with its imperable records keeping mechanism, with the help of identifiers and its decentralized ledger, helps in keep data not only up to the date but also accurate resistance to any erroneous update. So how we can use the consumer engagement blockchain technology? Now, how blockchain technology has been used in the influencer marketing? So, reach and engagement verification. There are various difficulties identified in these alliances, such a difficulty to ascertain if the claimed reach and engagement level of an influencer are real. So, blockchain decentralized ledger would help in storing the correct information about the influencer and will also store all the related information like content publishing and magnitude and intensity of engagement with audience. How we can authenticity of followers? So plugging one's audience list through unscrupulous measures, including having bots as followers, some of the ill practice on social media platforms. But in the case of decentralized ledger of blockchain, it will helps in identifying and segregating the genuine users from the bots. It is done by scrutinizing the activities conducted by the bots on the social media. Now, how blockchain can be used in the sales marketing? So, online sales, while online and direct channels have their own advantages, the overall management of the online channel is highly depends on the access, security, and storage of customers and product information. Frequent data security thefts have opened fissures on this much Cloud's channel of marketing. With the secure document trail and integration function, its consensus-based decentralized ledger makes it virtually impossible to erroneously or otherwise manipulate the records, making the online trail very secure and convenient. And in the sale process, companies and executives spent a lot of time in segregating leads and creating a historical database for right focusing. With the help of blockchain, blockchain can ensure that the data available is verified and has a genuine source of each bit. So in the case of channel management, claims and refund management, a lot of time is lost in trying to resolve unsettled claims and refunds, which are usually buried in tons of emails and Excel sheets. With the help of blockchain with its strong trail mechanism, with the decentralized network architecture, would ensure that all the involved have the same information at all the time, which is not only accurate but also consensual. And in the case of sales and partner incentive management, Sales push in the terms of schemes and discounts come with the huge efforts in terms of managing historical incentive payments, which define the incentive payouts and managing records for all the payouts. Many times this lead to issues and conflicts due to the lack of transparency. With the help of blockchain technology, it will allow to store and manage the historical performance and payout to channel partners, while also recording the transactions wise history of scheme performance, hence making it much easier and transparent for everyone, for every partner. So now what are the blockchain and its practical use cases? So we will discuss now. Practical use of blockchain in the financial management system. So payments and remittance transactions can occur directly between the two parties on a frictionless P2P basis. The technological applications for overseas transaction has the potential to reduce the risk, transaction cost, and to improve the speed, efficiency, and transparency. Issuance, ownership, and transfer of financial instruments. Blockchain also has been used. A blockchain-based securities markets allows traders to buy or sell stocks directly on exchange or directly to other market participants in a P2P network. And clearing the settlement latency on the blockchain, the entire life cycle of a trade, including its execution, clearing, and settlement, can occur at trade level, lowering post-trade latency, and the reducing counterparty exposure. Now, how blockchain has been used in the healthcare? It is the most important. So there are some smart contracts are used. So smart contracts would automatically pay providers when condition of services are established, such as validation that a service was received by registered medical patient or service was provided by a properly registered doctor and provider. Neither party is on a non-list of past participants in any fraud. Cost containment, the blockchain can be filtered to identify and alter about specific activities on the chain. Monitoring using patterns can include data that represents a doctor, consumer, drugs, procedures, all can be tokenized and added to the chain. So all the prescription, all the medical data has been added to the block. The building a rule base using best practices, CPT codes, ICD codes, medical procedures, and other costs can also be monitored and audited using the blockchain. Now, EHR storage and security, how blockchain is used. Blockchain is a security technology at its core laid and the ever-present concern over the security of electronic health records. It is likely to cater to this challenge first as it enters healthcare. This approach can secure medical records and audit trails using the blockchain. We can do this by cryptographically encoding private medical data, and then a digital fingerprint is created. And what is the DNF wallets? So this concept stores genetic and medical data, which is again secured via the blockchain technology and assessed using the private keys and the public key. And this will form a DNA wallet. This could allow healthcare providers to securely share and possibly monetize patients' data, helping pharmaceutical companies to tailor drugs more efficiently. So anti-counterfeit drugs, the industry is designing blockchain in the fight against the counterfeit drugs. Protein folding, Stanford University previously relied on expensive supercomputers to stimulate protein folding as it happens incredibly fast. This method was obviously costly and has a single point of failure. Using the blockchain, they can instead use of a decentralized network of over 170,000 computers to produce 40,000 teraflops of a computing power. This example will grab the attention of all the other industries that utilize the expensive supercomputers. So with the help of blockchain, we will not use the supercomputers. We will save our money of supercomputers. This could even make its way into the analytical space by utilizing a broad basis of data for predictive analytics. So blockchain in the healthcare example, the challenge is when defining a blockchain in technologies is how to position it for the future. This use case explore patient identity and delivery of EMR or the other procedures and the other patient information necessary to deliver health care. In the world that we live in, increasing over time is that each human or patient is actually a conglomerate on a huge variety of data. In the past have had EMRs and maybe that was the educate. The patient of the future is a composite of EMR data and the data from the provider EMRs, be a hospital, ambulatory, or urgent care pharmacy, geometric data, huge data sets from our wearable, surveys, implants, and IoTs. So the patient of the future is a vast collection of data. Currently, when someone comes into a healthcare institution or a hospital, all we have today is a small database of data and has some file that is separated and might be faxed or in the stacks of paper. With that requires a form of identity that connects that patient to be data they are carrying or in a variety of databases where MR numbers are different and patient information can be inconsistent. So the healthcare entities would join a blockchain to have access to a large network of verified and secure data. So when a patient comes to the hospital and wants to care, the provider has a method to see all the imaging data, EMR information. In addition, all the wearable data, pharma data, geometrical data, all the data, because the provider is part of this blockchain network, we have access to this information. Validity of data and identity is immutable and easy to assess. So the advantages of blockchain enabled solution is that healthcare providers will have a greater ability to treat patients with a better picture and understanding of the patient's health. So blockchain has the potential to improve treatment also. This is the core mission for healthcare providers to improve quality and reduce the cost of healthcare by enabling the secure delivering of data across the multiple providers and modalities. So what is the missing? The enterprise blockchain needs more how to work with existing system. Number second, operations and management. Number third, privacy understanding, identity and key management. Be great to have some analytics. Some tools need to improve. So these are some missing point of the blockchain technology, which everyone should know and which everyone has to research on it. How to work with the existing system is the most important missing out the term. Operations and management. What are the some operations and management of key technologies or blockchain technology? How we can do the privacy, identity and key management, and tools. There are some tools which needs to be improved in our existing system. So what is the conclusion? So like any new technology or invention, blockchain has its own challenges which needs to be addressed for it to be viable, relevant, and scalable. Blockchain is a revolutionary technology which has the ability to transform how businesses are done. However, before jumping into the fanfare, top leadership at any organizations need to understand the scope and strength of this technology and be able to map its objectives clearly against the adoption of the blockchain. So these are some conclusion. Now there are some 50 startups of blockchain recent advancement. So where blockchain has been created or where blockchain has been used. So this is a video. I want to share this video among all of you. So there are 50 starters of blockchain. Please hold on.
You must have heard of blockchain, the path-breaking technology behind various crypto.
Yeah, is it visible to my screen? Video?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, and audible, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please listen carefully. There are 50 startups ideas which can be used or which are using applications of blockchain. Please listen carefully, watch carefully.
Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ether, shaking up the world of finance. But did you know that this technology is finding applications beyond these cryptocurrencies? This technology is being leveraged in more inventive ways each single day. What internet did for the information, blockchain will do for the transaction of value. It will bring better efficiency, less oversight, reduced intermediaries, enhanced privacy, and improved auditability. The possibilities for use of blockchain are as limitless as the internet. With many of the companies already running a pilot in this technology, opportunities in this nascent market are there for the taking. So what is blockchain and how exactly can you apply this technology to your particular business, domain, or your potential startup? If you are looking for the answers to these questions, you are at the right place. In this course, we will discuss all of these aspects along with 50 real-world applications of blockchain and uncover the benefits that this technology offers. Blockchain coupled with artificial intelligence will lead to better data insights, better understanding of decisions made by AI systems, transparent and smarter predictions.
Through blockchain, data captured from smart health devices can be clubbed with electronic health records, which can facilitate real-time monitoring of patients' data by the doctor.
Blockchain can be used to track the authenticity of diamond, gold, and other precious gems.
Blockchain can reduce the time of customs clearance and can keep a check on the illegal trading.
Blockchain will enable advertisers and publishers to buy and sell ads directly or with fewer intermediaries, and that too in a transparent manner.
Blockchain will help in digital verification, baggage tracking, easy redemption of loyalty points, and quick flight insurance payouts.
Blockchain will bring transparency in the automobile supply chain, facilitate vehicle recalls, combat odometer frauds, and enable automated vehicle insurance payouts.
Blockchain will make it easier to track and trace the information related to the maintenance of an aircraft.
Blockchain technology will ensure the authenticity of beauty products and will also validate the online reviews of these beauty products.
Blockchain can offer security to big data. With its implementation, datasets will become immutable, consistent, and completely traceable.
Blockchain can facilitate digitization of birth and marriage certificates, thus cutting out the hassle of unnecessary bureaucracy.
Blockchain can help in carbon footprint tracking to support sustainable development.
Blockchain can provide a transparent and auditable trail of the donations and ensure that money is going in the right hands.
Blockchain can lead to an increased credibility in the clinical research and thus can improve trust within the research community.
Blockchain can safeguard the data received from IoT devices of connected cars and can facilitate automatic car repairing and smart parking.
Through blockchain, you will be able to trace the whole journey of milk from the farm till it reaches your mouth.
Defense industry has been constantly struggling with the issue of cyber attacks. Blockchain provides a platform that can help this industry to maintain secrecy of the information shared and transmitted.
Blockchain technology can be used to store decrees and certificates in the digital format, thus ensuring that these documents are never lost or manipulated.
Blockchain can help in effective implementation of the government schemes and ensure that these schemes reach the desired population.
Blockchain technology will make it easier to identify fake news based on its authorship and provenance.
Blockchain can bring transparency in the supply chain of apparels and can help manufacturers in collecting better data insights about likes, dislikes, and requirements of their customers.
Blockchain can help artists to get a fair share for their piece of art and can also facilitate fractional ownership of the artwork by a large number of investors.
Blockchain can help to create a single, easily accessible, universal health record of each patient and can give patients more control over their medical records.
Blockchain can establish a direct link between farmers and retailers, facilitate land registry, and automatic crop insurance payout.
With blockchain technology, waiting time at hotels can be reduced.
Blockchain can streamline the whole HR process. HR office can easily verify credentials of the applicants on the blockchain platform, thus reducing time and energy spent on validation and verification by the HR department.
In case of super connected smart homes, blockchain and smart contracts can enable pinpointed and limited access of these homes instead of complete access to a third person.
IoT along with blockchain can track the location of a shipment, can update its delivery stage, and can monitor its transportation conditions.
Blockchain can create a safe and secure platform where data collected from the IoT devices can be traded and consumed by different parties for getting better insights about their customers.
Blockchain technology can make KYC process seamless. In a blockchain-based system, a customer will be required to undergo KYC process only once, and subsequently, he can share the same with other financial institutions.
Blockchain can streamline the land registration and can provide a transparent and an immutable trail of the land ownership.
Through blockchain, consumers can access all the information about the poultry and can even validate if the product is fit for consumption.
Refugees can use their documents present on the blockchain platform to prove their identities and can even apply for jobs or higher education in their asylum countries.
Blockchain can create a platform for budding athletes to raise funds and safeguard their medical records from cyber attacks.
Blockchain can provide the required framework to ensure that robots operate under a specific legal regulation. Further, it will also ensure that they do not get hacked.
The whole process of vehicle registration can be done through blockchain, right from getting the registration certificate to NOC to insurance of the vehicle.
Blockchain technology will make the voting process transparent and will facilitate voters to vote from any part of the world.
Blockchain will make it feasible to trace food products to their source for enhanced food safety and authenticity.
The blockchain-powered platform can help users to manage their identities in a more transparent and reliable manner. It puts control of the user's data back in the hands of the users and eliminates inappropriate usage of their personal data.
Blockchain can revolutionize the farmer supply chain and can keep a check on the entry of counterfeit drugs into the market.
Blockchain can enable real-time tracking of shipments, trade finance, and automatic payout against cargo insurance in case of any damage.
Blockchain can enable efficient utilization of resources. Instead of burdening a single individual, the cost will be equitably shared, and so will be the benefits of the machinery or the resources.
With the implementation of blockchain, consumers can trade power within a peer-to-peer market. That is, individuals and enterprises will be able to buy and sell electricity directly among themselves.
Blockchain can help communication service providers in reducing roaming and identity fraud. Also, it can make number portability a hassle-free experience for the end users.
Blockchain can combat the issue of illegal fishing and can help the customers to validate authenticity of the fish they are buying.
Blockchain technology can help in combating wine counterfeiting by enabling easy traceback of the whole journey of a wine.
Blockchain has the potential to automate electricity and water billing process through smart contracts, thus mitigating any chances of human error.
Blockchain and IoT enable smart diagnosis and maintenance of industrial machinery through smart contracts.
Blockchain can reduce the cost of genome sequencing and additionally ensure that an individual who contributed his biological DNA remains the owner of that DNA and can decide who can access his genetic information.
Blockchain can provide a better experience to both patients and healthcare providers and can facilitate automatic payouts against medical insurance claims.
So these are the areas where blockchain has been used or can be used. So we can say that in every part of our life where blockchain has been used or can be used in our life. So, and then there is another video which you should also watch here for the different technology or the different organizations which use the blockchain. Please hold down. Oh God. Please hold on.
नमस्ते दोस्तों, ये देखो नई गाड़ी जो मैंने 1 महीने में ली है।
blockchain is one of the most promising new technologies for the future. So what is it? It's a distributed ledger technology that underlies cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and provides a way to record and transfer data that is transparent, safe, auditable, and resistant to outages. The blockchain has the ability to make the organizations that use it transparent, democratic, decentralized, efficient, and secure. The blockchain is likely to disrupt many industries in the coming 5 to 10 years. These are some of the industries it's already disrupting.
Number 1, banking and payments. Some people say that the blockchain will do to banking what the internet did to media. Blockchain technology can be used to give access to financial services to billions of people around the world, including those in third world countries who don't have access to traditional banking. Technologies like Bitcoin allow anyone to send money across borders almost instantly and with very low fees. Abra is a startup that is working on Bitcoin-based remittance services. And many banks like Barclays are also working on adopting blockchain technology to make their business operations faster, more efficient, and secure. Banks are also increasingly investing in blockchain projects and startups. IBM predicts that about 15% of banks will be using the blockchain by the end of 2017.
Number 2, cybersecurity. Although the blockchain ledger is public, the data is verified and encrypted using advanced cryptography. This way, the data is less prone to being hacked or changed without authorization. The blockchain eliminates the need for middlemen, making it more efficient than many legacy systems in cybersecurity.
Number 3, supply chain management. With blockchain technology, transactions can be documented in a permanent decentralized record and monitored securely and transparently. This can greatly reduce time delays and human mistakes. It can also be used to monitor costs, labor, and even waste and emissions at every point in the supply chain. This has serious implications for understanding and controlling the real environmental impact of products. The blockchain can also be used to verify the authenticity or fair trade status of products by tracking them from their origin. Some blockchain startups working in this sector are Provenance, Fluent, SkuChain, and BlockVerify.
Number 4, forecasting. Blockchain is set to change the entire approach to research, consulting, analysis, and forecasting. Online platforms like Augur are looking to create global decentralized prediction markets. These technologies can be used to place and monitor bets on anything from sports to stocks to elections in a decentralized way.
Number 5, networking and Internet of Things. Samsung and IBM are using blockchain technology for a new concept called Adept, which will create a centralized network of IoT devices. Operating like a public ledger for a large number of devices, it would eliminate the need for a central location to handle communications between them. The devices would be able to communicate to each other directly to update software, manage bugs, and monitor energy usage.
Number 6, insurance. The global insurance market is based on trust management. Blockchain is a new way of managing trust and can be used to verify many types of data in insurance contracts, like the insured person's identity. So-called oracles can be used to integrate real-world data with blockchain smart contracts. This technology is very useful for any types of insurance that relies on real-world data, for example, crop insurance. Eternity is one blockchain project that is building tools that are useful in the insurance industry.
Number 7, private transport and ride sharing. The blockchain can be used to create decentralized versions of peer-to-peer ride-sharing apps, allowing both car owners and users to arrange terms and conditions in a secure way without third-party providers. Startups working in this area include Arcade City and Lazuz. The use of built-in e-wallets can allow for car owners to automatically pay for parking, highway tolls, and electricity top-ups to the vehicle. UBS, ZF, and Innogy are some of the startups developing blockchain-based e-wallets.
Number 8, cloud storage. Data on a centralized server is inherently vulnerable to hacking, data loss, or human error. Using blockchain technology allows cloud storage to be more secure and robust against attacks. Storage is one example of a cloud storage network using blockchain technology.
Number 9, charity. Common complaints in the charity space include inefficiency and corruption, which prevent money from reaching those who are meant to have it. Using blockchain technology to track donations can let you be sure that your money is going to end up in the right hands. Bitcoin-based charities like BitGive Foundation use blockchain's secure and transparent distributed ledger to let donors see that the intended party has received the funds.
Number 10, voting. Probably one of the most important areas of society that blockchain will disrupt is voting. The 2016 US election is not the first time certain parties were accused of rigging election results. Blockchain technology can be used for voter registration and identity verification, and electronic vote counting to ensure that only legitimate votes are counted and no votes are changed or removed. Creating an immutable, publicly viewable ledger of recorded votes would be a massive step forward in making elections more fair and democratic. Democracy Earth and Follow My Vote are two startups aiming to disrupt democracy itself through creating blockchain-based online voting systems for governments.
Number 11, government. Government systems are often slow and opaque and prone to corruption. Implementing blockchain-based systems can significantly reduce bureaucracy and increase security, efficiency, and transparency of government operations. Dubai, for example, is aiming to put its government documents on the blockchain by 2020.
Number 12, public benefits. The public benefits system is another sector that suffers from slowness and bureaucracy. Blockchain technology can help assess, verify, and distribute welfare or unemployment benefits in a much more streamlined and secure way. GovCoin is a UK-based company that is helping the government to distribute public benefits using blockchain technology. The blockchain is also a good contender for implementing a basic income. Circles is a project working on developing a blockchain-based technology for implementing a universal basic income.
Number 13, healthcare. Another industry that relies on so many legacy systems and is ripe for disruption is healthcare. One of the challenges hospitals face is the lack of a secure platform to store and share data. They're also often victims of hacking because of outdated infrastructure. Blockchain technology can allow hospitals to safely store data like medical records and share it with the authorized professionals or patients. This will improve data security and can even help improve accuracy and speed of diagnosis. Gem and Tyrion are two startups that are working on disrupting the current healthcare data space.
Number 14, energy management. Energy management has been a highly centralized industry for a long time. Energy producers and users cannot buy it directly from each other and have to go through the public grid or trusted private intermediary. Transactive Grid is a startup using the Ethereum blockchain that allows customers to buy and sell energy directly from each other in a peer-to-peer way.
Number 15, online music. Several blockchain startups are coming up with ways for musicians to get paid directly from their fans without giving up large percentages of sales to platforms or record companies. Smart contracts can also be used to automatically solve licensing issues and better catalog songs with their respective creators. Mycelia and Ujo Music are two startups creating blockchain-based solutions in the music industry.
Number 16, retail. When you shop, you trust the retail system of the store or the marketplace. Decentralized blockchain-based retail utilities work differently. They connect buyers and sellers without a middleman and associated fees. Sorry, Amazon. In these cases, trust comes from smart contract systems, the security of exchanges, and built-in reputation management systems. Two startups disrupting the retail space are OpenBazaar and OB1.
Number 17, real estate. Some of the issues in buying and selling real estate are bureaucracy, lack of transparency, fraud, and mistakes in public records. Using blockchain technology can speed up transactions by reducing the need for paper-based record keeping. It can also help with tracking, verifying ownership, ensuring accuracy of documents, and transferring property deeds. Ubiquity is a blockchain-secured platform for real estate record keeping that is an alternative for legacy paper-based systems.
Number 18, crowdfunding. Crowdfunding has become a popular method of fundraising for new startups and projects in recent years. Crowdfunding platforms exist to create trust between project creators and supporters, but they also charge high fees. In blockchain-based crowdfunding, trust is created through smart contracts and online reputation systems, which removes the need for a middleman. New projects can raise funds by releasing their own tokens that represent value and can later be exchanged for products, services, or cash. Many blockchain projects have now raised millions of dollars through such token sales. Although it's still early days and the regulatory future of blockchain-based crowdfunding is uncertain, it's an area that holds a lot of promise.
Number 19, your industry. If your industry deals with data or transactions of any kind, it's likely a field that can be disrupted by blockchain technology. The space is wide open and the opportunities are many.
Did we miss anything? What are some other industries?
So these are some companies which use the blockchain technology for the society welfare of the society. Now, please hold on. I want to share the screen. PPT. Yes. Okay. So these are the some startups or 50 startups of the blockchain where blockchain can be used, and these are some tech companies or the organizations which use the blockchain for the public. And what are the questions of this one? How can CISOs address the blockchain challenge? So blockchain has the potential to become a significant trust enabler in the CISO result. However, solutions are unclear. Standards have yet to coalesce and regulations is far on the horizon. CISO must make informed technology decisions that align with the organization's risk appetite and tolerance. Blockchain is not widely adopted in any industry, not in the least in the healthcare. It will be adopted in every industry. So why should we sign up for an unproven technology? This is the question, and I do not discount the concept. Just that when the broader market has not adapted it, begs the question. Now, when I wake up tomorrow and see headlines that Microsoft is using blockchain to drive their new security software and their stock is up to 25%, then that will settle my skepticism. But until then, from my perspective, we still need to firm the problems we want to solve. So I don't much worry about the solution yet. So in every sector, in every sector of life, our blockchain can be used. So there is a huge opportunities for researcher, for all the people, academicians, where we can find out the solution of blockchain technology, how we can implement the blockchain technology in our
Sir? 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 Sir, am I audible? Participants, please hold on. There is a network issue at the resource person side. So please wait for 2 minutes. He'll get back.
Yes, please. So sorry, all of you. Electricity has been cut down from my area. So my broadband has been switched off. Hello, am I audible? Na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So now last one, I want to share one document of our government of India. That is the Niti Ayog. Yeah, this is the last document which I want to share. We will not discuss here because this is the too long, the 40 or 50 page of the there. But I want to share the Niti Ayog. It has been only launched by the January 2020. So in this Niti Ayog description, government has claimed that how blockchain has been used or can be used in our government society in the government rules, right, in the government cases. So there are some challenges in the blockchain implementation, the blockchain necessary framework, blockchain use cases where industries use the blockchain, in like in Aadhaar card, like in the UPI systems, or like in the banking systems, like in your institutions. So blockchain can be used by our government side. This is the complete framework of template which I want to share with you after this meeting. So please read it out, and you will know that where our government of India is planning to launch this blockchain technology in our government society or government sectors. So thank you all of you. To all of this is the end of from my side. Any questions, any doubt here? Please ask me.
Participants, if you have any questions to be asked, you can post it through the chat box or you can unmute yourself and ask your queries. Participants, is there any questions to be raised? Sir, one participant, I think, yes, you can post it in the chat box, Yoganand, sir.
Okay,
Or
okay.
you can
No issue.
unmute
I will check. I will check. Oh, better. Okay, one chat box is there. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Please send the question, na? Or unmute yourself and ask the question directly. No issue.
Sir, the question is posted, sir.
Yes, startups in blockchain technology will sustain in future. How many years? Yes, these startups in blockchain technology will sustain, but how many years we cannot say right now. There is a no answer for from my side. But we can use blockchain technology in our startups. Or I already shared you the 50 startups where blockchain can be used, right? But I want to share that in future, blockchain has been used. Blockchain will be used in every sector. Like today's newspaper, I read that and by 2025, China will use 90% of the IoT, right? So nowadays, the future is depend on the IoT, and future will use this blockchain technology in every sectors, right? So I think startups in every sector of a startup, blockchain will be used. But how many years? I cannot say right now.
Participants, any other query?
My side more noisy, sir, so I can unmute. Okay, no issue. I think my voice was clear and audible to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. No, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, sir. Okay. So thank you very much to all of you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for so much for your valuable session, sir. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and valuable inputs. I hope all the participants would have gained valuable insights on the topic of this session. Thank you all for participating. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And also, I want to request to all of the researcher that please do some research in the blockchain technology. So this is an emerging area where you can do your research in any startup. If you find any difficulty, if you want to help requiring help from my side, please send a mail to me. I will surely help you and assist you. Thank you very much to all of you. Thank you again, the College of KCG Technology. Thank you, management of KCG Technology, for inviting me as a resource person. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the PPT and all will be, they are
Yes.
posting for the PPT, sir. I will get it from you and share it to them, sir.
Yeah, I will share it right now on your mail.
Okay, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
ma'am.
so much, sir. Thank you.